We finally have some exciting news for the future of Wildgate in the creators Discord. We have just found out about an update that should be dropping right when this video drops on August 7th. We're going to start off, I'm here with Ben and Mary, two of my main crew members. We're going to start off with the preseason anomalies with every 2 weeks we're going to have new POIs, artifacts, and surprises that stay in the Reach forever. So it looks like we're going to be getting a bit of random matches for this. So Ben, how do you feel about it?
I really like the idea of adding in all the new attributes to the game. It's going to be pretty cool to see some new stuff popping up inside the Reach, especially with promised new items that could be appearing soon.
So it looks like the first should be out when this update drops on the 7th, and it's going to be the Obelisk, which I don't even know what it looks like yet making this video. But it sounds like a gigantic POI, and they say it's a prospector showdown battleground, which makes it sound like a POI with lots of loot rooms. Do you think that the fights are actually going to happen there, or do you feel like it's just going to be a mega loot center for one ship to just grab it all and leave?
I feel like if it announces it like they do with the Vault, it can easily become a battleground. It just depends on what they're going to do with it.
You think we're going to see some new enemies in there, so that it makes it really hard to actually do as a PvE event?
Ooh, a new enemy type would be really cool. Or there's going to be really mean about it and just make it Archosaurs like crazy.
Just Archosaur beams coming out of everything.
Exactly. They just like give them little turrety spots.
So the second rotation that they want to put in here is Ancient Relic, which is a, quote, mysterious object with a portal to the unknown. So no idea what this is going to do, if it's going to be some sort of teleport or some sort of alternate area you can go. This just seems like this is cryptic. This is cryptic content. I have no idea what this is. It's also called the Ancient Relic, which you accidentally call the artifact a lot. So now you have to call the artifact, and the relic.
You can't make my brain learn new things.
The third one is really interesting. Weapon artifact. A beam weapon with infinite ammo that can slice through enemies and ships. So I'm guessing it's a weapon looted in where an artifact would be, but also you could use it to get an artifact win or just get ship kills at that point. If it has infinite ammo, I imagine you'd be sitting off your ship shooting it like crazy.
I think that also really depends on the range of how far it could shoot.
Yeah, I guess that is a factor. There's usually if it's going to be an artifact weapon, you think it would be stronger than the Star Lances, which already hit out to a very long range.
Yeah.
You can do upwards of 12 damage with good hits, too. So something that's going to do more than 12 damage in a single volley, or if it's something that's going to have infinite ammo, I mean, you're talking about a whole game-changing winner right there.
And then people stealing it from each other and then using it to fire on the ship they stole it from.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's interesting.
If it's a weapon artifact, it probably won't.
Be mountable, or is it going to be a portable?
Ooh. It says it's a
really
beam weapon with infinite ammo. Yeah, you know what? It depends on if it's a ship weapon or handheld weapon, for sure.
Yeah, it really does, yeah. Interesting.
So, fourth rotation is a defense drone. Imagine this is a piece of loot you can find, because it sounds like these rotations are for POIs, artifacts, and other stuff. I imagine this is a piece of loot that intercepts turret fire, the defense drone. Mm-hmm. So I don't know if this is something that you mount as a hard point, or if it's something you find. I mean, it would have to be mounted as a hard point, right?
Yeah, I would think it would be a hard point to activate it on the ship.
That one's gotta be. It wouldn't make sense otherwise, because if it wasn't a hard point, it'd be a permanent buff to your ship, and nothing else in the game is a permanent buff.
Right.
So it's gotta end up being a cool hard point one. It would be really interesting if they made it into a hard point that can be disabled easily from the outside, like with the drills and things, because then it's gonna become something of like a repairing section. Like you have to put it somewhere where you're always gonna have quick access to it. So you're gonna have dedicated people working on just defense mechanisms for the ship. Basically, it's almost like opening.
I just like that there'll be more defense things for the ship. That'll be nice.
It's a lootable defensive option, which I feel like they need more of in the game. They need more lootable options for people to soak up damage and stop borders. More defensive tools in the game are good. A lot of people are trying to counter the whole border meta and hyper aggression meta, and things to block that would be really cool. And also, if it's a defense drone that blocks enemy turret fire, it's probably going to be able to block single projectiles the best, because if it has a limit of how many things it can block. Imagine it would block a whole bomb shot or a sniper if it's only one single projectile.
I'd be interested to see how it blocks, like, the beam. If it can block that.
That's the other thing, like, where's it mounted and what kind of cone of fire it has, because the privateer doesn't have front hard points, so how's it going to equip something that can block fire?
That's a great point. I wasn't even considering about the fact that, it might be directional.
Yeah.
It might not even have anything to do with, like, being a whole ship thing. Ooh, directional shields. That'd be a fun idea for the ship. Like hardpoint shields for additional
And it looks like all of these Reach Anomalies are just going to be added to the proc gen pool. So you might end up with a standard artifact game, you might end up with a weapon artifact game, you might end up with an Ancient Vault, you might end up with an Obelisk.
Yeah, they definitely needed more Anomalies. I'm excited about it.
I feel like it adds more RNG to the loot in the gameplay loop, so it isn't just your meta timing of getting the artifact and clamping the gate. The artifact might be something that doesn't really heal you, and it's just offensive like a weapon artifact. Which changes how the artifact plays for sure, because artifact and healing artifact are obviously very big healing boons.
Yeah. It'll be interesting for sure. I'm excited for it.
I guess we'll find out when the update drops. This video will drop at the same time. If I find anything else out, I will let you know.